The Kemetic people, the ancient Egyptians, understood themselves as Kem. They understood that this was a shared identity across the spectrum of darker hues long before the modern colonial value system of racial categories ever existed. Long before the value system of white supremacy, which assigned positive and negatives to the hues, ever existed. And how do I know this? The Ethiopians, the Sudanese, the Ugandans, hell, even the Twa people. When and if the ancient Egyptians, when and if the Kemetio would have encountered the Twa, you know what they would have called them? They wouldn't have called them Hedge. They would have called them Kem. Now, if they encountered, let's say we put them in a time machine, if they encountered a blue-eyed blonde, they wouldn't say, that's Kem. They'd be like, that's Hedge. Now, that's when Tamu might pop up. Light-skinned, white-skinned, foreigner, strange. They not like us. Now, again, I know there might be some social scientists that want to come at me and say, the ancient Egyptians didn't categorize by modern racial constructs. They had their own system, rooted in a lived experience, rooted in a lived culture. Okay. Here's my pushback. Because I don't deny that. My pushback is this. I don't deny that the ancient Egyptians had their own color constructs. I just think it is intellectually deceptive, dismissive, and disingenuous to say that the way in which we today in Black America, in Black Britain, in Black France, in Jamaica, Black Jamaica, the way we use the word Black is entirely distinct and unique from the way the ancient Egyptians did. For the record, I'm not saying every nuance of their system matches every nuance of modern racial thinking. I'm not saying that. But pretending that the divisions matter, the way the Eurocentric and Afrocentric, the way the Eurocentric and Arab-centric scholars say they did, that, ladies and gentlemen, is pure fantasy. Now, why does all of this matter? Why am I talking about this today? Here we go. When we view ancient Egypt through a Eurocentric lens, we erase African identity and rewrite history to fit the enemy, the colonial narrative.
Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So much controversy and a lot of deception. You don't know who's coming through with the light and reflection, and whose mouth is mumbling trick knowledge deceptive. Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So